Welcome back, folks. Chase Valenzuela here, coming at you from inside Millennium Bowl with a review of the Roto Grip TNT. The TNT features E-Trex Plus Solid, which is a cover stock that we've seen before, but this core is brand new. That's the Torpex core. It's got an RG of 247 and a diff of 050. So similar, reminiscent of balls like the Idol and the Haywire that had that low RG, kind of medium-high differential. I find that this ball shapes similarly to balls like the Idol and the Haywire. It doesn't stand up super hard off the spot. It wants to read the mids pretty early. So we'll try to start a little closer to the track, throw a couple up the lane, maybe get a couple going right a little earlier, see if they come off of it, and then we'll kind of chase it in, increase axis rotation, and kind of test the limits of the TNT. This ball definitely responds to friction. This type of shape for me generally is really good about playing on like a wet dry house shot or a pattern that's cliffed up where there's a lot of oil in the middle but a lot of distinct hook to throw to. My ball roll tends to allow me to take an earlier, slower friction response ball like this, or a slower transitioning ball like this, and control that free friction to the right while still getting it to pick up if I do miss into the oil. As far as being a ball that's able to get in super deep and cover a lot of boards, I don't think this is necessarily the piece for that most of the time, unless you've got some super cliffed up conditions with a lot of dirt to throw to, or some really clean back ends. And although this ball does not necessarily excel at covering a lot of boards or creating a lot of angle, I do think it complements another shape that we have in the line that does do those things well, and I'll get to that in my first comparison ball. One more here with the TNT, and then we'll get into the comparison with the ball that is first up here. One of my personal favorites. So first up we have the measuring stick of symmetrical solid balls on the market, the Phaze 2. We'll move a little further right, kind of in the middle between where we started and where we finished. And that was hand at the back of it a little bit, but you see it stood up a lot harder off the spot. The Phaze 2 is going to be cleaner and more angular than the TNT, and in my opinion that's what makes the Phaze 2 so special. With the Phaze 2 you get a ball that makes a big move off of the spot and continues really well off the back of the pattern, but you also get a ball that doesn't make you sacrifice that mid-lane control. So that was a good shot with the Phaze 2. Let's see what the TNT looks like from that spot. So you saw the TNT a touch earlier off of the spot, began to get offline a little sooner, but obviously able to come back and run the 8-pin over. So as long as we're not lined up super duper deep or trying to hook the lane too much with the TNT, I think it's going to be able to strike from just about anywhere with the Phaze 2 can. that was a really good comparison there between two fairly similar balls on paper, and as far as dynamics go, you got to see how the Phaze 2 is a touch cleaner and a touch more angular, where the TNT is earlier and more sort of slow and stable. Our next comparison ball here is going to be the IQ Tour Solid. I chose the IQ Tour Solid as my second comparison ball because it's almost as early as the TNT, but it's a lot more slow and overall less dynamic than the Phaze 2. The IQ and the TNT can both serve as that ball to blend out the wet dry or tame down really quick back ends. And so I wanted to see how they stack up since they'll kind of be filling the same spot in the bag. So same thing as with the Phaze 2 here. We'll throw some shots. As we move in, we'll increase axis rotation or decrease ball speed as needed. And we'll just kind of see what these two do from different spots. So there you have it, folks. The Roto Grip TNT. In my opinion, this is a shape that we've been missing most recently since the discontinuation of the Zen Master, but really in the absence of a Haywire, if you want to go way back, or the original Magenta Idol, if you want to go not so far back. Overall, that super smooth control, symmetrical piece is something I can see me throwing a lot. Get one of your local Storm VIP Pro Shop February 17th, or come see me at the new Bowl 101 location inside Millennium Bowl. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.